Have you noticed the three-pronged attack with regards to Starfleet Academy, our new Star Trek show arriving in less than a week now, I believe? This is going to be the final away mission before we start the new season of Starfleet Academy, the new review season, where we go back to your regularly scheduled programming with regards to how this channel works. And away missions will be moving back to Monday, and reviews will be either Friday or Saturday. I reserve that extra day for myself if potentially something goes wrong. The reviews always upload either Friday or Saturday, sometimes Sunday if things are going wrong. But anyway, back to the point. A while ago, we had our first look into Starfleet Academy, and I mean, maybe I'll get the order wrong here. I don't know. It's been a few months, but it's been a few months. We had the attack vector that was targeting the already established New Trek fans. Okay, so our first look into Starfleet Academy, a clip, I guess, was a lot like Discovery. It was action. It was action sci-fi adventure show. Very slick. It looked incredible graphically. That's for your New Trek people, right? Who are already kind of on board with that. And then we started to see advertising, marketing in image form, and probably another trailer in there or a clip. I didn't really see everything. Where they were targeting what I'm going to call the kids. That's like the young adult audience. They were targeting, remember that poster where they're all kind of laying down? And people seem to hate that, but I don't know. I'm not from the market that was aimed at. So it doesn't really, I can hate it, but it doesn't matter. I think that was for the kids. That was for the new people. The people who were saying, I kind of want a new sci-fi show about, I don't know, teenagers and what they get up to in the future. That's the attack vector there. So we had the New Trek advertising, the kid advertising. I say kid, but they're young adults, whatever. And now we finally, what we've seen just recently was the nostalgia attack. We're attempting to market to the old Trekkers like myself, and we're using the word legacy. I believe we're using the word legacy either in the title of this clip or in the video itself. Having been not greenlighting Star Trek Legacy. Everyone seemed to really, really want Star Trek Legacy. Remember that? After Picard Season 3, they just kind of wanted to continue with Captain 7 of 9. I wasn't super gung-ho about that idea, but that was going to be, Star Trek Legacy. It was never a real show, but it was, it was an idea, as is Star Trek United. So it's a little bit, it's a little bit cheeky to use the word legacy here, but legacy invokes nostalgia, it invokes the past. And we're trying, again, it feels a little cheap, I don't know. We're literally using voice clips from past Star Trek. I heard Spock, I heard Picard, what have you, I heard Kirk in this video. And not only that, they were using subtitles baked into the video to drive it home so that you would read it with your eyes and see it. And as you watch this trailer, you see, like, we want it to be uplifting, and it's not like destruction, pew pew pew, fight time. It's trying to like invoke an older Star Trek. Again, we're going after the old Trekkers now. We got the new Trekkers, we got the kids, our new audience, and now we got old Trek. But at the end, they're actually showing clips of captains like Kirk, Janeway, and them. Archer was there as well, and even even Captain Pike. We're already kind of throwing Strange New Worlds into the into the history of Star Trek. We're throwing it into the past. Sorry. And I just couldn't help but feel like it's just not the right way to go about this. I really think it's honestly been my feeling since the 2000s that our old Star Trek fans wanted a new Star Trek. They wanted to keep going. They wanted the future to happen. That's what Star Trek is about, the future. They wanted the future. People seem to really want that post-Nemesis show, whether that was going to be a Captain Worf show or not, I don't know. And again, the idea for a Starfleet Academy show has been bandied about for decades. But I mean, Monkey's Paw situation. You wanted your Starfleet Academy show. It's set post Discovery. But nostalgia, banking on nostalgia right now. What old Trekker can be won over by that, right? I really think the old Trekkers, if the old Trekkers wanted Star Trek Legacy, that means they wanted a new show. A new show that felt like a continuation of the canon we knew. So if we're doing something totally different with Starfleet Academy, why bring up all these nostalgic elements? What was the point of that? You're not going to win over the old Trekkers with that. I mean, I'm trying to give it its best shot here. Don't call me a blind hater. I'm trying to sell this here, and it just I was not feeling this trailer. It was aimed at me, and I wasn't feeling it, and that's not very good. And once again, behind all this, I've been saying this for months now. Starfleet Academy should feel like Starfleet Academy. It should really feel like young adults being in school, having all the issues and joys to come with that, right? Hasn't there been shows like that before? Just do it again, but in a different setting. I don't know. I don't want it to feel like Discovery. I don't want it to feel like old Trek. It should be the new Star Trek, right? It's a very difficult thing to sell people on. I don't know. You used to be able to. We could have TOS, Next Generation, okay, and then we could have Deep Space Nine, which is not on a ship, it's on a station, and then we could have Voyager, where we're on a ship, and we're really, really on a ship, because that ship's very far away from anything else, and Enterprise, which was a prequel. Very, very different shows. You can feel that they're different, but yet you can tell it's the same canon, it's the same show, in a sense, like one kind of flows into the other. But if you can flow one into the other, and it feels like the same show, but you can go to the future and deal with new problems, that's what people want right there. That's what they want. People thought it was going to be Star Trek Legacy, but that was not a real thing. Starfleet Academy, if we could 100% break free of Discovery, not have anything carry over from that, not make the show not feel like Discovery, but just feel like its own new kind of vibe, I think that could be cool. But I got my doubts because, number one, we saw some clips that made it look like it was just Discovery, kind of like dark areas with neon lights everywhere, like we're at a dance club, and then a lot of explosions. That's Discovery for me visually. And then we get the nostalgia, hit with the nostalgia. This is what you want, right? We're gonna allude to things that happened in the past. That's what you want, right? No. I think mostly the whole vibe, the whole thing people have been saying for a while now about TNG being hated. I think that's not it. I think we were fully in TNG mania in like 1993 or 4. We were in mania. And we're just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like we're in post 2017 Star Trek mania now. It just doesn't feel like we're in it. We're 8 years plus into it. So I don't like when people say you just want the same thing again. I clearly don't. Right? So when they try to bait me with this nostalgia stuff, they're saying you just want the same thing again, right? No, I don't. Right? I liked Prodigy, right? I would have liked Prodigy if Janeway wasn't there. Maybe I would like it more. I don't know. This is not a knock against Janeway, but it's me wanting fresh, but it feels like Star Trek. That's the feel. It's this mystical, intangible thing, right? So don't try to win me over with the nostalgia now. Win me over with what's good and what's different and what's new and what's fresh and what feels like Star Trek about your new show, that being Starfleet Academy. And I haven't seen anything that has sold me on that idea yet. Again, the three-pronged attack. We're trying to get the people who are already on board with New Trek, the people who want Discovery too, We're getting the young adults who want high school show or whatever in the future, and then we're trying to get the old Trekkers who they think mistakenly want the old stuff again. So we're going to use imagery and voices of old characters. Great. And they did use Cisco. I think they even started with Cisco, and we've seen imagery of Cisco in this show. Is Avery Brooks coming back as Cisco? Can the Cisco return? We've got the Doctor from Voyager, and no, it's not the one from Living Witness. So this is the original EMH Voyager Doctor, for whatever that's worth. And are we going to have the Cisco? We know what happened at the end of Deep Space Nine. No spoilers, but I guess it's kind of a weird spoiler if I say that he could come back now. People would think, "What? How can he come back 1,000 years later? That's crazy." Well, watch Deep Space Nine. It's worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. You're worth it. But again, banking on nostalgia. Oh, here's Robert Picardo. We're gonna pay lip service to all these past characters, fan favorites, including Worf, who never got his captain show, and we're gonna use the word legacy, and you guys never got your legacy show. Sorry, but here's Starfleet Academy. What do you think? Is it a little too late to bank on nostalgia? I have no idea, but I'm Lieutenant Mark, and I'm gonna see you when next time I see you. So long.